Taylor, I was in shock when I drove down the street and saw what you can kind of see behind me, trees, sheets of metal just thrown onto people's yards, but that's not the crazy part. So this house right here was picked up and moved. You can kind of see the stairs and cinder block where the house used to be. The family tells me no one was home when the tornado happened, so no one was hurt. This is one of at least 50 homes damaged from the storm and tornado here in Ville Platte. Police are not allowing us beyond this point right here because the scene is still extremely active. I'm actually going to step out of the shot so you can see what's going on. You can probably hear it. Winds are picking up to 17 miles per hour, but gusts could be much stronger than that. Just take a look at the trees behind me. The rain, it's not quite pouring down, but combine that with the wind and it is powerful. When we drove into Jeanerette, we saw debris, we saw down power lines, down trees on top of buildings. And so we're just warning you again, stay safe, stay inside, stay off the road. So you can see the caution tape behind me. Fire crews aren't allowing us any closer than where I'm standing right now. You can see the damage of the church from the outside. Candace, I was in disbelief at how many animals St. Landry Parish Animal Control rescued from the home to their trailer. Details are limited right now, but what we do know is St. Landry Parish Sheriff's Office was originally responding to a theft. The original goal was 190 cards, but this tray alone holds 450 cards. Oh, he's not that bad. Oh my gosh! I have no idea what I just got myself into. Oh, yay, I did it! Oh my God! Was not expecting to get that, actually. Now, Christmas is just 7 days away and time is running out to check everything off your list. In real life, Jack, if you found a magic lamp, what would be your wish?
If I had one wish?
Just one, not three, one. The reward for all their hard work includes bragging rights, a trophy, and, of course, bringing all these communities together. It's a place where you can find one-of-a-kind costumes, and today we're going to do some costume shopping ourselves. Candace and Jasmine, the sheriff's office was packed with community members who want answers and investigators who just want to reassure everyone that they will find who is responsible of not just one, but possibly 3 church fires.
It's a church, it's a burial ground, a cemetery. It's a place where people come for comfort. And I mean, how do you explain this?
A community looking for answers after not 1, but 3 St. Landry churches burned within 10 days.
Just astonished that this could happen, and this one is even closer to home. It's just uncalled for, unexplainable.
The unexplainable hurt is why the sheriff's office, state fire marshal, FBI, Opelousas police, and others called a press conference.
To let the citizens of the parish, church pastors, church members of the affected churches know that law enforcement is on the job.
Investigators are looking at the possibility of arson and if these 3 fires are related. In the meantime, they're asking for your help.
I think that, I mean, if you see people around the buildings that don't belong, I mean, most of these buildings are completely vacant when you're not having services. So people around these buildings are suspicious. I mean, you need to report that.
All 3 churches are part of the 7th District Missionary Baptist Church Association. The president says their ministries will go on.
We have to learn to comfort ourselves with the scripture. And the word of our Lord says, what Satan meant for evil, God meant for good. And what this has done is brought us closer together.
The St. Landry Sheriff's Office and Opelousas Police say they're working overtime and adding extra patrols to churches to make sure the community knows this crime will be solved. In studio, Megan Woods, News 15. This may sound a little crazy, but the foundational pieces for a video game may be the key to rebuilding the medieval French cathedral. But what's even more interesting is local video game creatives say they've already been using this method.
Resource is so powerful and just useful.
He's talking about video games. Yes, video games. Just for entertainment got a little more valuable.
Even though it's being made for a game, there's nothing stopping it from becoming an actual statue, from becoming an actual piece of machinery.
Digital Twin Studio in Lafayette creates video games to help with training and construction projects.
They just put on a virtual reality headset and it's as if they were really there. They can take measurements, they can open doors, they can move things around.
With laser scanning technology, an object or a structure can be recreated in a virtual world.
Some clients tell us, especially for offshore, that it can take a 4 to 6 week process that they would normally take using 2D drawings and engineer drawings and turn it into a 2-day process to do a quote.
It's the same process used several years ago on Notre Dame when creating the video game Assassin's Creed Unity.
It's not really surprising that they had that still on file to use. I know that specifically the professor who gathered all this stuff was scanning tons of cathedrals.
It's a possible game changer for the rebuilding of the French cathedral.
To take the original scans and be able to walk through what the building used to look like. They can brief new construction crews. It speeds up the bidding process.
These video game creatives say there's a lot that goes into this artistry that's taken for granted, and hopefully this sheds light on what all video games can offer. In studio, Megan Woods, News 15. Okay, so imagine being able to video chat with a 911 operator to show them your emergency rather than telling. Well, that's now a reality for Lafayette Parish thanks to a new software called Carbine.
It's an advantage point that we never had before.
Getting crucial information during an emergency isn't always an easy task.
Almost all people call probably on a cell phone. Well, when you call in on a cell phone, your exact location is not given. Your phone number and your name is given. And you'd be surprised how many people don't know where they're at.
To improve, Lafayette Parish's 911 center purchased Carbine and is the very first in the state to use it. When you call 911, you'll first hear this.
911, where's the emergency?
The female with the she had on?
Yes, ma'am.
1520. What's your last name?
Yes, ma'am. Is it okay if I send you a text? You'll have to accept it so that I can see what you're telling me.
From there, it's pretty simple.
Yeah, it's going to you now, ma'am.
Okay. Ooh, I got the text. And so now you guys can see everything that I see.
Are you here at the courthouse?
Yes.
Yes.
It may seem like a tiny addition, but it can make a world of a difference to first responders.
Oftentimes we don't get the exact location by cell phone unless they give us an address. And sometimes they panic, so they may not be able to give it to us. This new technology will afford us with cell phone location.
Once the video is sent to them, they can see what they're responding to.
With this, we can at least determine beforehand, before we arrive, let's say we need an extra truck because we're on the 3rd floor, we can send that additional resource.
And as responders' excitement builds, they hope the community's excitement builds too.
This technology has been out there for the public, through social media, a lot. And I think it's very important that we give the citizens of Lafayette Parish every tool possible to help them when they call 911.
Lafayette Parish 911 tells me this software cost them $25,000 and believes it's worth the lives it will hopefully help save. In studio, Megan Woods, News 15. What a surprise. A Karen Crow High senior and her parents shocked with a $40,000 Amazon scholarship and internship. Take a look at how this surprise unfolds.
I need a student to come and open our surprise. Ariel, why don't you come open it for me?
It seemed like a simple walk to the front of the class, but it quickly became life-changing.
Congratulations on being one of the first recipients of the Amazon Future Engineer Scholarship.
A $40,000 computer science scholarship and a summer internship at Amazon. It's the answer to so many prayers of senior Ariel Green.
I'll be able to get through college and not have to worry about it.
Neither will her parents. Opportunities like this are why they chose the academy. Ariel is child number 3 of 4 that will graduate from the program.
Very, very proud of her. She's worked very hard.
And as for her teachers,
you deserve this. You deserve it.
We're really happy for you.
They're just as proud.
I know I can't wait for her after her internship to come back and talk to my class and tell us what industry is doing and have that experience that she can relate and say to these kids, I've gone through this, that you're going through, and this is what you have to look forward to.
And even though Ariel is the only one in the academy who received this scholarship, it sends a message to what all Karen Crow students can do.
We're, kind of grouped together as, oh, those are the Karen Crow kids, they're not going to do a whole lot. And so, you can't not try just because of what school you go to. You have to try.
Ariel did get accepted to UL and plans on going there in the fall. Her $40,000 scholarship will be divided over 4 years, and her Amazon internship will be summer 2020. In studio, Megan Woods, News 15. 8-year-old Camden Bernard is using incredible bravery to fight cancer, and that's exactly what the Doosan Police wants on their force.
It's one smile. It's ever so worth it.
Doosan Police Chief Kip Judy sees the battle 8-year-old Camden Bernard is up against and wanted to encourage him the best way he could through the police force.
We're asked to call upon our strength and our wisdom to get through a battle with bad guys, and so Camden has an opportunity to use those powers, so be it, to battle his leukemia.
Congratulations again, dude.
Though Camden's department is not crime, he believes he's the man for the job when it comes to cracking his cancer case.
I'm better at that kind.
He's as official as it gets, even when it comes down to his utility belt. Doosan Police is making sure Camden is well equipped for what might come his way.
I have gloves, lip chat, band-aids, a flashlight, hand sanitizer.
Gestures that mean the world to not only Camden, but his father.
We've seen in days where he doesn't look like this, you know, he's down and out, and it's hard as a parent to see a child that way. So today's a great day, it really is.
And a reminder that they aren't alone in this fight for Camden's life.
I'm Cajun from my toes to my head, and that means a whole lot more than just eating good and Mardi Gras, right? To me, it's a sense of community and not being scared to ask others for help. And man, I can't tell you how much this community has helped us.
If you want to donate to help Camden's fight against cancer, you can log on to our website, kadn.com. In studio, Megan Woods, News 15.